Welcome to Deluxe Finance. If you enjoy this type of content, then subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on any of our latest and greatest uploads. Investing for your future is vital, but the investment landscape can easily become confusing and overwhelming. With literally tens of thousands of investment options, how is one to narrow them down and construct an ideal portfolio? While equities, bonds, and real estate typically make up the backbone of most modern portfolios, alternative asset classes like precious metals are also popular. Precious metals serve a unique role in the modern portfolio and are largely uncorrelated to other asset classes. But is investing in precious metals worthwhile? Are gold and silver a good investment? This video is intended for informational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial or investment advice. You should speak to a certified financial professional to determine the best investment mix for your specific situation. Are you wondering how to get started investing in precious metals? There are basically 3 routes you can take. Buy physical precious metal bullion from a trusted dealer like Bellevue Rare Coins. Invest in precious metal ETFs that track specific metals. Or invest in precious metal mining stocks or ETFs, which is not recommended typically. We recommend avoiding mining stocks because they're historically mismanaged and tend to underperform the price of the actual metal they mine. Although day traders may profit from the wild swings of the precious metal miners, we don't recommend mining stocks for buy and hold investors. So that really leaves 2 options: physical precious metal bullion and coins, and paper precious metal through ETFs. Physical PMs are available in bullion coins, bullion bars, collectible coins, and even jewelry. Gold, silver, platinum, and even palladium are all widely available in physical investment-grade products. All serve a similar purpose: to give you exposure to the precious metal market with something you can physically hold and trade. There are pros and cons to this approach, outlined coming up. The benefits of physical precious metals. They are a hard asset that you can hold in your hand. No ongoing management fees. Useful in emergencies. Fun to collect. Easily tradable, and immune to disruptions in the financial system. The downsides of physical precious metals include you must store them safely and securely, and some products carry a premium over spot price. The benefits of precious metal ETFs: they're highly liquid, there's no storage issues, you can buy almost any dollar amount, and easy for regular monthly investments. The downsides of precious metal ETFs: expense ratios can eat into your returns and are charged every year regardless of performance. You don't physically own the metals. In the case of an economic or financial system crisis, ETFs will not serve the same purpose as physical PMs. In the end, the choice between physical precious metals versus ETFs is yours to make. However, even if you go the paper route, we still think it's prudent to hold at least some physical metals in your home or safe deposit box. Are you considering an investment in precious metals for your retirement savings? If so, there are some unique tax considerations to be aware of. As bullion is taxed differently than most other investment classes, we recommend speaking to a tax advisor to develop a strategy. The best way to invest in precious metals for retirement is through a precious metal IRA program, otherwise known as a self-directed IRA. These programs allow you to invest in physical bullion while enjoying beneficial tax treatment inside of an IRA account. Diversification is a vital part of a successful investment portfolio. To quote an old adage, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. While many investment advisors state that a mix of stocks and bonds is sufficient, others posit that adding a small percentage of precious metals may be beneficial. If you invest in physical gold, platinum, silver, or other precious metals, you'll now own a hard asset. This is an asset that you can hold in your hand, trade readily, transport quickly, and use as a physical store of wealth for generations to come. This tangibility appeals to many. Some investors think of precious metals as an insurance policy against financial collapse or another modern crisis. Others just prefer to own some physical assets outside of the financial system. Precious metals may help hedge against the risk of inflation and hyperinflation. Over the very long term, gold prices have kept pace with inflation rates, although the relationship is less clear in shorter timeframes. Additionally, precious metals can store value and preserve buying power during times of hyperinflation. Take the recent crisis in Venezuela, where inflation rates recently exceeded 1,000,000%. Owning some physical gold during the Venezuelan crisis would have preserved buying power when it was needed most, while cash became nearly worthless. Precious metals are globally recognized and globally valuable. They maintain their buying power across the world, and their prices move freely in local currencies. They have no credit or default risk since they're not backed by any particular entity or government. In extreme cases, this global value could prove quite beneficial in the case of currency devaluation or another financial crisis. Gold, and to a lesser extent silver and platinum, are seen as safe haven assets. This refers to their tendency to be a popular option for investors during times of economic uncertainty. When prices of equities crash, investors often flock to gold, cash, and treasuries. In some cases, this causes the price of gold to surge while the prices of other asset classes fall. This serves two roles for the precious metal investor. It creates opportunities for great returns during certain time periods, and it further improves diversification. With a balanced portfolio including precious metals, a financial crisis or stock market crash might be slightly less painful, as gains from precious metal investment may balance out losses from equities. On the other hand, precious metals do have some negative aspects that should be understood. Here are some things to keep in mind for beginners. Precious metals are a volatile bunch. Their prices can swing significantly, and there's not always a clear reason as to why. Investor sentiment can weigh heavily on the price of precious metals, so oftentimes when equities are surging, precious metals slump. Precious metals are not income-producing assets. Unlike stocks and bonds, precious metals do not issue dividends or interest payments. Thus, their returns are based solely on price appreciation. This is part of the reason that most investment advisors that are pro-gold don't recommend holding a huge percentage of your portfolio in the precious metal asset class. A common recommendation is 5 to 10% of your overall portfolio, although some, like the permanent portfolio, call for an allocation to gold as high as 25%. Are precious metals a good investment? An age-old question for an age-old investment class. The question is also a controversial one, with many experts on both sides of the argument. In general, we believe that precious metals make for a valuable addition to a well-balanced portfolio of stocks, bonds, and real estate. Over the long run, gold and other precious metals tend to serve as valuable inflation hedges, and they generally do a great job of preserving wealth. Returns are typically lower than more aggressive asset classes like equities, but many people hold gold not for the higher returns, but for the diversification aspect. Of course, choosing a portfolio composition is a highly personal choice and depends on your situation, risk tolerance, and goals. If you're unsure, we recommend speaking with a fee-only fiduciary financial advisor who can help you personalize an investment plan to meet your needs. And with that, we've reached the end of this video all about precious metals like gold and silver as safe investment options. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content just like it.